This is Matt Olson with the Braves. You're listening to Jim on Base.
Welcome back to another episode of the Jim on Base Show. We're here in San Francisco with the great Matt Olson. And Matt, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
So how's it going in San Francisco? You played on the A's, so it's kind of nice to see you back in a familiar area.
Yeah, it's always cool to come back after spending a lot of time in the Bay Area and being 100 degrees in Atlanta right now. The cool Bay Area weather is a little refreshing at this time.
Yeah, a little escape, right?
Yeah.
Well, I am curious, when you're away from the field, are you into golf or what are some other hobbies that you get into?
I love traveling. I love golfing as well. During a season, normally not doing a whole bunch, but off season, get some time to catch up on some missed time with friends and family and travel around and just hanging out.
Well, I think I saw some photos of you in might have been like Puerto Rico and Maui, so it looks like you get around. Do you have any plans or trips planned?
Got a safari trip to Kenya and Rwanda this off season booked. Kind of just happened in a weird way. My wife and I decided we wanted to do it before kids or got too old, so we're going to be ringing in the new year there.
Oh, yeah, you got to plan a little later with the postseason runs,
Hopefully so.
Yeah. So you are married within the last few years, right? So I was curious, how'd you meet? And you said you're planning on having some kids, so that's cool.
Yeah, hopefully, some point down the road. But I met my wife in Athens at UGA. Every off season, I had some buddies who I went to school with in high school, and they went to Georgia. And I was going up visiting all the time and actually lived there for one off season and let me work out at their facilities at UGA, which were really nice, and got introduced to my wife there and started dating.
So it sounds like she's an athlete then, right?
She was not an athlete, but just met her there.
Well, you are a defensive guy as well. You have some gold gloves. So I was just curious, what came first, the offense or the defense for you?
Oh man, I don't know. I'd say they were pretty equal together growing up. I played catcher and third base growing up, and then I moved over to first in high school. So I felt like third base sets you up pretty good for first.
It's got to be pretty neat too, because you grew up in Georgia, right? So it's got to be surreal. It's all working out.
Yeah, I kept saying last year is like the stars aligned perfectly for me. Be able to join such a good team with good guys in the place you grow up in, such a storied franchise like the Braves. It was just really cool, and definitely once the trade happened, opportunity I couldn't pass up to want to be here for a long time.
Well, was there any Braves that you're like, man, I got to meet these guys when you're coming here?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching Chipper, Andrews, Smoltz, Glavine, Maddux. I've met most of them at this point now. It's cool. I gotta play it cool because young Matt is pretty stoked to be meeting the guys that he was watching. But no, it's really cool.
Well, you're kind of a tall guy, so I'm wondering, do you come from a tall family, and was basketball ever in the picture when you were younger?
Yeah, I loved playing basketball. I think that when I got to high school, I realized that baseball was a better chance of a future, and basketball kind of started running into baseball season, so I unfortunately gave it up. But my grandpa was 6'4". My dad's about 6 feet tall, but I think I'm getting it from my grandpa.
Well, I'll let you go. I know you're busy. You got to get ready for the game, but I always like asking guys, what kind of music are you into, and who was your first concert?
First concert, I think, was Kenny Chesney and Tim McGraw concert. I'm into pretty much everything. I'll go through different waves of whether I'm just trying to chill and put on some country or some, old alternative, or if I'm trying to get it going, put some rap on.
Well, is it okay if I listen to Blake Shelton? I'm always a little embarrassed. Like, I feel like I'm sneaking it in. Like, is that okay to listen to?
He's got some catchy tunes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just got to make sure. I got to ask the country guy,
No, that's fine. That's acceptable.
Well, Matt, it's been fun getting to know you. Thanks for coming on, and wishing you a lot of luck the rest of the way.
Great. Thank you. Appreciate it.